Gilmore Girls gets therapized. Lorelai sleeps over for the first time, but Luke's dating somebody else. Oh, the drama. And what are boundaries? Mended light. We are taking a look at some moments from Season 3, Episode 17, A Tale of Pose and Fire. Luke is dating Nicole, Taylor's attorney. Of course, Luke and Lorelai carry an eternal torch for each other, but can't seem to express it. And there is a fire at Lorelai's inn during an Edgar Allan Poe convention going on in town. And Lorelai does what Lorelai does. She just knows Luke will be there for her and just pushes right past any boundaries he might have set up because he will always yield for her. And it's romantic. It's romantic?
Morning.
What? What is this?
Phase 2.
Phase 2?
Okay. Into the back, guys. March.
Hold on, those guys can't go back there.
Oh, we're in luck. Lots of empty places. Go on and take your seats, guys.
Well, what is this?
We had a fire.
Fire where?
Weston's Bakery.
You're kidding.
They'll have fresh blueberries.
Perfect. Weston's, hurry.
Where? Weston's caught fire?
No, the inn.
You're in?
Just move all our Luke stuff aside. We don't need it.
Hey, wait a minute.
Whoa. Easy, Suki.
Just shove it aside.
What are you doing?
Making breakfast.
You can't make breakfast here.
Got any plates that aren't cracked?
You're the one that's cracked.
Nice thing to say to a pregnant woman.
You're pregnant?
Did you be any
Poor Luke. It's behind on everything.
20 in it for you.
We both can't be making different stuff at the same time.
No, you're right. Listen, all you people who were here before we invaded, are you willing to cancel your current orders for Suki's famous blueberry lemon pancakes, Belgian waffles, or bananas Foster?
Sure.
Sounds good. Okay, pull all the Luke stuff off the grill. Let's get cooking.
I'm an island.
Luke, I'm sorry about all this, but I'm not anticipating the inn catching fire ever again, so it's a one-time only thing, okay?
Like I have a choice?
You do. Say the word and we go.
Stay, cook, eat. I'll be upstairs.
You're a doll.
No, get rid of it. Dump it. Dump it. I don't want to see it.
Okay, listen, as much fun as Melissa McCartney is as Suki, and as much as I enjoy the energy of this scene, no! There's a certain amount of wrongness to this, that they just barge in. It's not even that Lorelai wants to share Luke's diner. It's that she doesn't call him in advance and say, hey, we had a fire at the inn, and people need to eat. Can you help us to accommodate? And can we figure something out together? Because she knows that Luke would be there for her and that he would absolutely say yes. And they could figure out something that doesn't involve her just stepping all over him because he's Luke. And of course he will go along with it. He'll complain a little bit and then he'll just roll over because he's in love with her. And she knows that. She acts like she doesn't. She pretends that she's surprised when he has feelings for her. But she knows, and he knows. Everybody knows. So the inn catches fire, and they just march everybody over there for breakfast and take over his diner. This is an example of unhealthy boundaries. This is a time where I'm going to absolutely take Lorelai to task, because this is wrong. Excuse me, everybody, are you willing to cancel the orders you made at Luke's and eat Suki's food? Lorelai's not offering to pay Luke for a morning at his diner or a day or a few days at his diner. She's not offering to compensate him for the business lost. She barges in with everybody, confirms that all of his customers are now her customers, and only then, when people are already in the back moving his things around and invading, she says, oh, of course you have a choice, Luke. Say the word and we're gone. Putting him in the position where he has to be the bad guy in order to stand up for himself and in order to not get walked on. I actually love Lorelai. And overall, I don't take issue with her as much as the internet at large seems to. But this was And if these two are in therapy, I would talk to Lorelai about asking first. I'd also talk to Luke about, you can stutter and stammer and guffaw, or you can put your foot down and say, Lorelai, can I talk to you in private? And absolutely hold her accountable for this and insist, Lorelai, I'm here for you. I understand you've got a situation. This is my diner. This is my livelihood. This is my business. And while I'm happy to help you, I'm not happy for you just to come in and tell me what's going to go on in my own turf, in my own home. Literally, he lives right above it.
Hello?
I'm a nomad.
What?
I am the lonely wanderer. Hank Williams would be too sad to write a song about me.
Where are you?
I'm a Bedouin. I'm homeless.
Okay, stop with that. Where are you?
I'm walking aimlessly around town.
She offered her home.
Stats showed up.
But they went home.
She offered her home to people who would have stayed at the inn, but the inn caught fire.
Fun that they had second thoughts.
You're a terrific salesman.
She's wandering, but she's wandering straight to Luke's. Come on.
Oh, I'm in the middle of the street, AKA my bedroom.
Mom.
I'm by the school, Luke's, that area.
Luke's good. Go there.
It's closed.
But Luke is upstairs.
Oh.
Ask him if
Like you weren't headed there anyways.
He'll make me eat a veggie burger.
get moving.
Good.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope it's full of broccoli and olives and
Luke!
Brussels sprouts. Weren't you just talking to your daughter on the cell phone? Can you not call Luke right now?
Stella!
Okay, that is pretty funny.
Who is that?
Lorelai!
What are you doing down there?
Enjoying some air, getting some exercise, and freezing.
Well, go home.
Home. I have no home. Hunted, despised.
What?
It's from Ed Wood, the movie.
Have you gone bonkers?
People are bunking at my place, and I need somewhere to stay.
And it just occurred to you now to look for a place.
The stupid Haddlestats showed up.
Who?
He's such an enabler.
Pipe down out there!
Go back to bed, Mrs. Slutsky.
Don't talk to me that way, young man.
Throw your keys down.
I will not.
No, Luke, Mrs. Slutsky.
Slutsky?
Thing.
Ditto.
I'm coming down.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to listen to that twice.
My inn caught fire. Hurry, Luke.
Her last name is Slutsky. I bet middle school was absolute hell. So here's the issue now. Lorelai, the entire show relies on Luke, and it's painted as this is the sign that they're supposed to be together. It's how much she depends on him and how he's always dependable and always reliable. And don't get me wrong, there is a sweetness to that dynamic that is wholesome and beautiful and all of the things. The flip side of it is that Luke enables Lorelai to not solve her own problems or to not at least treat him with a modicum of respect, because she just assumes that when she says jump, he'll say how high. And now she's gonna sleep over at his house, but he's dating Nicole. And Nicole doesn't like Lorelai, sees her as a threat. Wonder why.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't pull the sheet back after I pull it. I need more for this side. You pulled it back again.
Okay, I need it for my side.
I needed to tuck it in.
Same here.
I always tuck it in on the side.
Let's tuck it in on both sides.
You tuck it better on both sides?
Yes, and then I slip down into it like I'm in a straitjacket or
Oh,
something.
you must feel right at home there.
I so set you up for that.
Fine, tuck it in on your side.
You know, I really should take the couch. Me taking the bed doesn't feel right.
Oh, now, come on.
What?
You browbeat me into giving you the bed and pretending you don't want it now isn't working.
Yes, good call, Luke.
Polite.
I'm fine with the couch. You're the one that's exhausted.
You know, I'm actually not.
Really?
I'm like strangely exhilarated. I mean, as awful as what happened today was, I'm happy with how I handled it. You know, you never know how you're going to react in situations
Commandeering
like
your
this
friend's
until
place of business.
something happens, and I think I did pretty well.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, true. I mean, not the commandeering part, but just handling yourself under pressure, figuring out solutions. Props to Lorelai.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, not much. There was a fire at the local inn out here.
Talking to Nicole.
She works at, yeah. Everybody's fine. Yeah, it's just a lot of chaos for a while. So, how was your thing today? All right, fill me in tomorrow. 7's good. Okay. Okay, yeah. Good night. That was Nicole.
So I heard. Why didn't you tell her I was here?
Didn't come up.
You mean she didn't, out of the clear blue, and for no reason, ask you if I was sleeping over?
Just didn't seem necessary.
Well,
Why
nothing
ask
to
that
hide
question?
here. You just took in a refugee.
I know there's nothing to hide. It's just that you've kind of become
Become what?
a sore point with me and Nicole.
What? How?
Shut up, Lorelai.
I wasn't having any luck coming up with topics, so I was just kind of blabbing a lot. And then she ordered extra fries at dinner, so reminded me of you, and I told her a quick story about you and French fries, and
he's
that seemed
always
fine.
thinking
And
of
then
her.
later she ordered a third cup of coffee.
Oh, Luke.
And I mentioned you and your coffee thing, and I noticed that Nicole kind of reacted a little, and ever since then, she's been a little sensitive to the issue.
Well, of course she is, Luke. You don't talk about another woman on a first date.
Even if it's just a friend?
They don't exist.
Come on.
Not on a first date.
No other women exist on a first date, not even my mother.
Do you really think talking about your mother on a first date is wise?
Not really.
You can maybe mention a sister. Maybe. And then you move on really, really quickly.
This is why I hate dating.
I don't understand why Lorelai just jumps in with, why didn't you tell her I was here? I mean, she's fishing. I do understand. Lorelai loves to slurp up the little nuggets that Luke drops. Maybe that's a terrible phrase. But she loves to slurp up any evidence that Luke cares for her, has feelings for her. And so if he doesn't tell Nicole that Lorelai's staying over, what does that mean? Right? That's my theory. What's your theory? I'd love to hear. I'd love to know your thoughts. But man, she presses. She presses and then she corrects. And poor Luke, I feel a little bit like he's in a boxing match where he doesn't know which way is up. Lorelai is going to tag him from any direction. And it's not to attack Lorelai overall, but in this episode, in these scenes, she kind of has it coming. She's throwing Luke off of his balance, and she's not doing it with a lot of grace or gratitude. You know, all she does is say, let me sleep on the couch, but I've yet to hear her say thank you, or how much she appreciates it, or that she knows that he didn't have to do this. It's just expected. There's an entitlement there.
Unless you want to be mountain man all your life, you've got to abide by the rules and customs. Oops, sorry, I have to get up super early tomorrow.
No problem. What time?
6.
I get up at 4:45 every morning.
Why in the world would you get up that early?
I don't know, to run my business.
Well, change businesses. Ooh, wow. Total deja vu.
Really?
It's the alarm clock. I had a dream once that you set 18 alarm clocks to get me up, which is not a bad way to get me up.
Where were we?
We were at my house. I got up and went downstairs for coffee, and you talked to my stomach.
Why on earth would I do that?
Well, because I was pregnant. Twins.
Mine?
What am I, dream tramp? Of course yours.
We were married?
Yeah. Did I not mention that?
No. You know, you shouldn't drink coffee when you're pregnant.
True.
It's probably why Rory's a caffeine addict.
Right. You're right.
Dream go beyond that?
No. You talked to my stomach and then you... no.
Oh, okay.
They kissed.
Night.
Yeah. Night.
I like this though, because this is kind of like karma for Lorelai. Because she's got it in Dolby Atmos surround sound. There's Jess on one side, there's Luke on the other. Far be it from me to belittle some great dramatic and comedic writing that is there to get you invested on the edge of your seat and what's going to happen next and what have you. I'm here to compare this to real life because I'm here to help you. And in real life, Luke entered into a relationship with Nicole because he wanted to forget about Lorelai. Lorelai was dating somebody else. It made him jealous, so he decided, what the heck, I'm going to jump at this chance. The issue is that Nicole never really had a fair shot with Luke. Nicole was ready, she was invested, and she was dating a man whose heart wasn't with her from the get-go. The intentions were not sincere. And I don't dump on Luke for this. This is a very human thing to do. But how important it is to be in a place where you're okay to be on your own and when you're happy and content on your own before entering into a relationship. Because then it's not about forgetting about somebody else or feeling a void in your life. It's just, I have a good life, I like who I am, and I want this specific person now to be a part of it. And this is leading to all sorts of problems because Luke and Lorelai still flirt. They still come right up to the edge of telling each other their feelings about one another, maybe dipping a toe onto the other side and then retreating just enough so the other person gets a glimpse, and then pretending that they're just friends and they will always be friends and that's all that this ever has been or will be. But she opens up in a big way here. And in some ways, props to her, except for she's opening up to a man who's now in a relationship. If Luke were not with Nicole, this would be a wonderful thing for her to tell him, hey, I had a dream about you, and it was beautiful, and I don't know, would you be interested in exploring this space, or even just sharing the dream and seeing how he reacts? As with a lot of things on Gilmore Girls, the unhealthy, cringy elements are mixed right in with the things that are charming and whimsical and beautiful, and it just all kind of comes together, and that's why we can't stop watching. So here's my question for you. How do you think Luke or Lorelai could have handled this situation differently beyond anything that I have said? Let me know in the comments below. And do you disagree with any of my takes? Why am I wrong? I actually love to get the opposing opinions. Make your case in the comments below. Now, what are you doing for the next 15 minutes? Well, I've got another juicy Luke and Lorelai video for you right here on screen, and also the link is in the description of this video. So go on and check that out. Until next time, folks, keep shining. We need your light.